Is the Philippines a special place? I've been thinking and reflecting upon that question a lot lately, because people ask me that question all the time. They say, "Why do you visit here?" "What? You've moved here? I can't believe you've moved to the Philippines. What is it like to live there?" And silly questions like from the past. Does the First Lady still have all those shoes? Funny the questions that they ask, because they really don't understand the place, what it's really like. They really don't know what to ask. And honestly, I don't think there's just one answer to the original question, is the Philippines a special place, other than, well, yes, it is, but probably not for the reasons you may expect. You know, when you travel in different places around the world, and I've gone to Europe, I've gone to the Mideast, I've been in China, Taiwan, Japan. I've traveled a good portion of the globe. And I've seen a lot of different things. And some places, they kind of get your attention and they impress you immediately. And then other places, they take their time with you. It doesn't happen all at once. And I feel like the Philippines falls more into that category as one of those types of places. To know the Philippines, you really need to spend time here, and then it unfolds in front of you in ways you never expect. Maybe it's not about what you see in the first few days or a week or two. Maybe it's about what you don't see that unfolds kind of over time. The longer you're here. That's what's happened with me. What I find is that the Philippines begins to change you as a person, slowly at first, as you have to kind of unwind things a bit from where you came from. Your life may have been very different before. Now you have opportunities that you couldn't have even touched from where you came from. But as this happens, and the Philippines begins to unfold in front of you, begin to change you a little bit. Well, what I mean change, I mean it resets your priorities. It allows you a fresh start. You can actually recreate yourself into something better than what you came with. Maybe even into that person you hoped you would be. Or at least it helps you to understand, think about, reflect upon your purpose and your intent in life and what you want to get out of it. The Philippines is that kind of a place. Seeing how others live, there's a great variety here. There are some people that still live pretty much off-grid in a kubo-type bamboo home. There are others that are in a more modern concrete home, and there's very upscale professionals. You've got everything in between here. Oh, sure, there's a little bit more poverty than maybe we're used to seeing in the Western countries. But it adds to the character of the place, as the people are very much the same, whether they're from a very simple background or from a wealthy background. Because you begin to see how they live here, where family and friends are very much a priority. Material things is just not what they're about. And the idea of keeping up with the Joneses next door, which is a very Western idea, especially in America, it doesn't even exist here. They don't care what type of a home you live in. They just hope you have a roof over your head. Relationships here are paramount. Spending time with the people you care about is their priority. And for the locals, that starts with their own family. And often multiple generations, all living together in the same home or compound or area. You can go anywhere in the world and find beautiful places. But you'll find that you're there by yourself or whoever you came with, and now you're just looking at this beautiful place. I think what changes between different countries is the cultures. And within the culture, which can be very fascinating because it can be very different depending on what part of the world you're in, the real kind of key ingredient is the people. And I find the people in the Philippines to be the friendliest people in the world. They are kind, they are caring, and they're accepting. And I find them to be that way to the foreigners. And the foreigners come from all over the world here. It's an amazing variety. I've met Germans, French, from Canada, the UK, from faraway islands. They come from everywhere. Australia, New Zealand, all throughout the world. Russia, Israel. Expats are just people, but they're all accepted here. They're not singled out from being from this country or that country, and they're not given preference that expat comes from America and they like them better than the others. Oh, sure, there's some history there with Subic Bay and Vietnam and all of that, but they really treat foreigners the same. It's just something about how people look at you here. They're not rushed, right? They're not guarded. They're not trying to just get through the grind and get the promotion and get the better, bigger house and get more debt and send the kids to college and all those things. There's still life here. The kids still go to college, but it's at a slower pace here. It takes some getting used to. It's not rushed. It's not guarded. You're just a little bit more present. And you feel a little bit more seen here if you just say hello. And I kind of find that to be rare. And their kindness, it's not a loud kindness, it's quiet. It's a simple smile, an acknowledgement, a nod. I can't tell you how many times on a daily basis, when I go out in the evenings and go for a walk, or I come across local Filipinos in my area, are just so happy for me to look up and acknowledge them and say hello. It doesn't matter the age. The kids want you to say hello, and so do the teenagers. And the teenagers even accept you with respect and without attitude. That's one of the amazing things here. The Filipinos just want to know who you are and that you've seen them. You say hello and they always respond with, "Hello, how are you?" It's a simple conversation with a stranger. But you connect, you smile, it feels genuine. It's very different than in the West. And it kind of stays with you. That smile just kind of makes your day. Especially when I get it from the kids. And the teenagers, it just is always so surprising. I think a part of this is really the heart of the Filipino. And as I've really dug into understanding this, I think that's key to the Philippines. Because the way that they're raised is that it's a collective we here. They do things to help the community, to help their family, to help their friends, to be part of their local barangay or village, without expectation most of the time. They're just here to help. If you need directions, they'll give you directions. They don't expect anything in return. It's just part of the way that they're raised. It's what makes them so different. In the West, it's so much about the individual. Even our psychology talks about focusing on the individual with the Freudian concepts of the id and the superego, and it's all about you. But that's not how they think here. It's about a collective we. We do this together. One of the worst things you could possibly do here is when you're going out to sing karaoke with friends and family, is to sing that really popular song in America by Frank Sinatra, "I Did It My Way." It's offensive to them. In their view, it's very self-centered and selfish. How could you say you did it by yourself? Wasn't it the community, your family, your friends that helped you to succeed? They just see the collective we as part of their psyche. And in their view, if you were successful here, well, you did it with their help, not by yourself. It seems like a preposterous idea. And people will get really upset if you sing that song, so don't do that. Some of the reasons for that is that family matters here. Connection matters here. People matter. Why? Life isn't always easy. And historically, it hasn't been easy. They've been invaded by the Spanish for hundreds of years. Then after the Spanish, the Americans came along, and after some conflict, we were able to work with them and help them and establish nursing colleges and universities. But then somewhere along the way there, World War II came and the Japanese invaded. And the atrocities that the Japanese did to some of the Filipino people is terrible. But fortunately, between the Philippines, the Philippine people, and the Americans and their allies, we were able to help them free from the Japanese. And they do all this with a smile. Life isn't always easy here. It's really not. Yet the joy shows up. They're always happy. Even if they have nothing, even if they're not sure where their next meal comes from, they just have an attitude of push through, keep going, things will get better. And that joy just kind of shows through in everyday life. It's like a warmth that just survives here, where generosity is just so natural. If you visit family or friends, first thing they ask is, did you eat? They want to make sure you're fed. It may just be rice and a couple of fish. That may be all that they have. But they'll share it. It's just part of the culture here. It's part of their history. And they have to be a resilient people because they've been through so much. And they just show up for each other. That's what they do. I can't think of a better time than getting a group of friends together with Filipinos and we just laugh and laugh and laugh. It's just a very outgoing society. Once you engage them, they engage you back. And then there's the beauty of the place, right? There's some incredible wildlife here, especially under the sea. Some of the world's best diving spots. Snorkeling's awesome here. There's gorgeous white sand beaches. There's the surf in Siargao and La Union and other places. The water tends to be pretty clear depending upon where you are. It can also be an interesting place in the rainy season when the storms come, when the typhoons come through. And yet after all of that, no matter what happens, they pull it back together again. There's just a lot of nature here that in the mountains and along the ocean and in the rivers, that it just feels like it's a little bit more untouched maybe, or appreciated. It just kind of lives alongside you as part of the culture. And the next thing is that we should talk about what it costs to live here from an affordability standpoint, because that creates some opportunity all by itself. Meaning that if you were just to rent a apartment, condo, or home here, it's probably going to be about 1/4 or 1/5 the price of what you would pay in the West. And that just gives you a whole bunch of options. It allows you to simplify things and downsize. You don't need to bring your Western cost of living with the big numbers. You can live over here on a real reasonable budget. It's easy to get by. But it really starts with your expectations. You don't need to duplicate your Western lifestyle here. Some do that, and if your dream is to build yourself a home, then you have that opportunity, and it's going to be probably 1/3 to 1/4 of the price that you would pay in the West if you do it in the right areas. So that's an advantage. You can create something that you couldn't afford to create in the West, and have that dream home that you design and build from the ground up. But it does start with your expectations, and you need to adjust those when you come over here, because you can live on less. You don't need as much here. I think you start asking different questions. You begin to ask, what do I actually need? What's enough? So that life's a bit simpler. So you have the opportunity to change things here. Maybe take some financial pressure off yourself. Downsize. Live in a one-bedroom apartment or condo. Or find a smaller home. Don't bring your West expectations with you. That usually just brings a lot more expense. I guess I would just say that there's a lot more room to breathe here if you set yourself up correctly. And I feel like time is different here. It just feels different in the Philippines. It's not so much that it's slower, though it feels slower to me, but it's less demanding. People are used to waiting to pay their bills in person, like the electric or the water, all those things. They're more willing to just sit down and talk. It just doesn't feel like life's chasing you. If you want to work hard here, you can work hard here. You can bring those work ethics with you. But don't miss that life doesn't have to be a rat race. It can be something much more enjoyable.
Yeah, the water is not cold.
The water is cold? Is it cold?
Yeah. May kasi may cold, no? 2 days. Wala. Ay, wala. Kita ako. Ay, makita ko.
And I think after a while, you feel like, all right, maybe life isn't chasing me like it used to. It was always work so hard to pay the bills. Well, now if you set things up correctly, maybe you won't have as much as far as the bills go. And something kind of changes inside you. You don't even realize that it's happening at first, but you begin to slow down. It's kind of like going on that Hawaiian vacation. That you get the rental car, you show up, and you're racing around the island the first couple of days. By the end of the week, you've slowed down even below the speed limit like everybody else. It just takes time to unwind. But the warmth is real here. And it's just a special place because of the people more than anything else. It's kind of how I see it. So what makes the Philippines so special? Well, I think I just said it. It's the people. It's the heart of the Filipino, which means that they're open, receptive, reflective, caring. They want the best for other people. There's a beauty in that, a simplicity in that. And it's a place in the Philippines that after a while you begin to feel again, whatever you've come from in the past. Some of us have come through difficult relationships, broken relationships, divorces. Some of us have hit retirement age and have lost that social circle that we used to have, and now the friends seem very limited. The connection seems very limited. Well, the Philippines is a place that lets you start all that anew. It really is a place that allows you to feel again. It's quite possible to find romance here. And the traditional Filipina, she's loyal, she's caring, she cares for the home in a way that you could only dream of for a Western woman. The way she cleans the home, does the laundry, does the cooking, and does it with a smile. It's the role that they'd like to play. All they want you to do is be loyal and provide for them. And they give back so much more. And I would say, as far as what makes the Philippines special, there's a lot of different things. But we don't have to have an answer for every exact question of that. Maybe it's just more about experience in place, right? Instead of explaining it all. Maybe you need to come here and see what it's like to live in a society that accepts you as you are. You can be different. But I think the answer to the question, is the Philippines a special place, is a definite yes. And I hope you take the time to come experience it for yourself. It may not be for everybody. But I know for me, it gave me a chance to start my life over again. To find love, true love, to find happiness. And to set myself up for the last 1/3 of my life where I can sustain financially and be happy. After all, don't we all deserve to be happy? Well, thanks for listening today. The Philippines is definitely a unique place, and I hope you come and find out for yourself.